ban. Ban. Fuck it. Ban this guy as well. Then it's going to be tomorrow. And then tomorrow you're going to tell us it's the next day. And then... Wait, what? What bug? I don't play the game enough to know what that bug is. I wonder if we're going to have to pay $5 for additional trophy slots. So this is the latest Forge in Aeternum. I've heard there's some things about OPR in here. I've heard there's some good things, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't watched it myself. This is gonna be the first time watching it. So let's just crack on and get watching.
Sorry, I wanted to cut in to the beginning of the Q&A video and talk about the Season 1 release. Obviously, we came in a little late, and you know that hurts as a team. It's when we make commitments to you, the players, we take them real serious, and it's not. We feel really bad when this happens. So what happened was, after the PTR finished, what we do is we run a couple scale tests for safety to make sure, and we try to really stress the system out. And we had done some of these early. We did a few more here at the end, and we uncovered a problem that could have resulted in players not getting everything they earned, and that was just, it was not acceptable to us. So what happened was the team, you know, and thank you to everyone on the team who went through this, but a lot of people on the team were working round the clock to fix these problems, to make sure that the experience was tightened up and at the quality that you players deserve. Like that was very important to them, and again, it's something that we take really seriously. You know, I want to personally apologize for the delay. At the end of the day, it's my call. I think that, you know, the decision to ensure higher quality was worth a few days in my mind, even though I know it broke a little trust. And I also know going forward, it means we have to work hard to earn your trust again. One of our goals going forward is to have a season release every 95 days or sooner. And I'm going to do everything in my power, as is the team, to make sure that happens. And, you know, again, I just want to thank you for your patience and understanding, and let you get on with the Q&A video.
I absolutely, I love that he's done this, man. Like, that's really, really cool. I think he's, like you said, man, I think he's literally tanking someone else's shit, because the issue isn't the delay. No one fucking cared about the delay. What people cared about is that you said to us, right, it's going to be today, then it's going to be tomorrow, and then tomorrow you're going to tell us it's the next day, and then the next day you're going to tell us it's the next day. It's like, why don't you just give it a week? You know, give it a week. I think people were pissed off that, you know, they kept changing the goalposts very, very quickly, and whoever was like managing that, I think people were pissed off with that. No one cared about the delay. The delay sucked, but fucking get over it. No one cared. What people cared about was the four times they changed the date. That was the problem. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see Scott like taking the front of it, because he's. I like him. I like what they've done. But yeah, that was the issue, not necessarily the delay. So yeah, it is what it is. This is today or last night. This was 10 hours ago they released this.
Hey everybody, welcome to Forge in Aeternum, where we talk about all things New World. I'm here with Dave and Katie, as usual, for the March edition of the Q&A. We're going to go a little faster today. We're going to try to take a few more questions, and we'll see how that goes. So let's get started, Levin.
What is the team excited in terms of upcoming content, updates, etc.?
Yeah, so we shared a public roadmap, and that's essentially what the team is super excited about. I know that we're really excited for Season 1 to go live. It's our first foray into seasons. We're super excited to see how that does.
I really hope this season goes well, man. I really do.
Some of the things we mentioned for Season 2 and Season 3 in the expansion. So, like, this is our first year that we're calling something an expansion, so there's some real excitement there, and we can't wait to share that information, but we have to wait to share that information.
I'd add on, like, from each of the next few releases, I'm looking forward to, like, I think the season, that seasonal pass is going to be, it's just going to be fun, leveling, giving me another thing to level through. The spring event, our audio team did a presentation on all the audio work they did last week, and it sounds amazing. I think the sandworm fight's going to be great. I can't wait for mounts. I mean, there's a lot of really, really cool stuff coming this year.
You didn't mention Transmog? Is this
I
Scott?
know.
I know. Well,
I was for sure thinking he was going to say that.
I do have 2 storages full of stuff that I'm waiting to transmog. So yes, I'm excited about that too.
Yeah.
But I think the sandworm.
I wonder if he genuinely does, and I wonder if he genuinely does what fucking items he's got right waiting. Do you think seasons will bring back players? I think people will come back and have a look. I don't think people will stay. There's not really any backbone to this season. There's stuff there that guides you in the right direction to do stuff, but the main piece of content really is a new expedition, which we've had many of in the past. And even if you drop a new expedition, the player numbers drop because it's, you know, yeah. No, I don't. Long story short, no.
Like seeing that fight now, like now that it's working internally, it's going to be really special.
It's really
Yeah,
cool.
I think the large-scale PvE activities, Sandworm 20-person, the seasonal trial 10-person, like getting in those bigger groups, the more challenging PvE content. I think it's gonna be super
People come
exciting.
look at it,
Absolutely.
I think, because it's quite hyped. People have hyped
When
it
will
up.
the prisoners of low population fresh start servers be able to transfer merch to other fresh start servers?
Yeah, look at them both. Look at Katie. So, Katie, this is you. You've imprisoned these players. For months we've been talking about this. Months!
Yeah, so we will announce some merge plans following season 1 going live.
Okay. How much does
That's such a shit response, Katie. I really want to. The question I really want to know is why haven't they unlocked the servers and let the fresh start servers transfer between one another or transfer off to a legacy? Oh man, it's just disappointing. Anyway, it's coming soon. TM.
gear slot cost?
Outside of the 2 that we provide to you, the one that's on the season pass in season 1, $5.
All right. So in terms of gear pieces, are there any plans to implement different systems to earn them as opposed to crafting, etc.?
We're working on updating a lot of that stuff, the way loot works and things, with the overall
Free
goal
me,
of reducing
please.
the RNG. It's going to be, you know, it's not in the super short term, but it's something we'd like to get through.
So the questions that are being asked are from, I believe there was a Q&A on the creator Discord. I think there was a previous video that asked for questions, and they take them from a few different places, I believe.
This year.
Having to change trophies all the time is massively frustrating. Whilst I don't think that the trophy system is the best, can we not just place one of each trophy in each property? It's not like having these extra trophies active will suddenly break all game balance.
True.
Yeah, we agree. The trophy placement and switching up is annoying. We are working on something, a quality of life solution here that should be coming in real.
I wonder if we're going to have to pay $5 for additional trophy slots.
Relatively shortly. It's not like a full UX can swap anywhere, but it will make this a lot easier to manage.
For the love of God, when can we get more than one OPR map and
For the
rewards?
yes, here we go.
We have started to work on that. We are working on the arena. We
Oh.
are going to be providing another arena map for players. Now that we have that technology worked out on how to switch, we are going to start looking at OPR, but it will take a while to develop and get ready.
So as an FYI on this, arenas looks like it's coming out. The new arena map looks like it's coming out in winter. So if we're looking at an arena map in winter, we might be looking at a similar time for OPR or next year at this point. This is quite a way away.
Yeah, it's not just building the artwork, it's changing the layout and tuning it and making it feel good, and that's going to take a little time.
Yeah, we want.
Really?
To create a
I'm sure
different
the
experience, so.
Everyone came to Aeternum on a ship that crashed. Is there any way to leave Aeternum?
We'll look through the lore notes and try to, figure this out. But we do know one person's found their way off and back on the island. So I imagine there is, and we'll probably explore that a little more in upcoming years.
Is there any chance we could have instanced practice wars?
They're working on this, I think.
Is this me? Okay, I'll take this. There is. So right now we're getting cross-world. For instance, practice wars to work, they need to be cross-world. Now that we have OPR cross-world coming out in June, we're going to look at all of our instance activities and prioritize. Let's move this one let's get this one, then this one, then this one. So casual wars is on the list. It's just a matter of when we get to it. I personally think expeditions and arenas and some of the other stuff is more important, but it's on the list and something we'll look at.
Will the weapon swap FPS drop bug be fixed this iteration?
They're like,
we are actively working.
they're like, what bug?
Working on it. We're aware of it.
Oh, okay,
it
it's
is
good,
a
it's good,
difficult
it's good.
bug and a top priority of ours.
Oh,
We hope so.
This is nice. It's really strange, that one, because 9 out of 10 times it doesn't really affect you until you're like really in combat and you're trying to swap between weapons quickly and your fucking screen's lagging more than it normally is and all this sort of stuff. That's a good one. I'm glad that they're on it, but I really feel they're like, wait, what bug? I don't play the game enough to know what that bug is.
Any
I'm
plans
just joking.
to update invasions as they're pretty stale at the moment? Some enemy type variety would be great.
Yes, there are some plans with Invasion. I think step one is, I know one of Scott's favorite things, that long 15-minute wait at the start. We are working on reducing that. We're working on sort of balancing out the difficulty of the waves, looking at the rewards.
I'm so disappointed they didn't just turn around and say, yeah, you know what, we're getting rid of invasions in the forts, and the way invasions is going to work is we're going to invade the town. We're going to invade the town.
That will be our sort of first pass at that, and then we'll take a look
A proper invasion as well, not this.
at sort of adding some more spice to it.
If I shoot a musket
adding
straight
some
up,
more
does
spice.
the bullet eventually hit the ground?
So a couple things. Muskets
What a
don't
question.
have bullets. But when you shoot it straight up, it will eventually hit you again. However, due to air resistance, it probably won't kill you because it'll be traveling about a third the speed as on the way up.
Now, note, in Aeternum, bullets do not work like in real life.
No,
So
he didn't. There was no specification on the question.
they will go up 125 meters in a straight line and then disappear.
So are you saying that in Aeternum, muskets have bullets?
I'm saying they will not hit you when you shoot.
Okay.
Why are automated bans still a thing when people can exploit the system so easily?
Yeah, so there's not automated
I heard
bans, but there's people reviewing that and people make mistakes. It's something that we are actively working on with our customer support group, and I know that they want those bans to be, high confidence, and anytime that falls below high confidence, we do a full investigation into it.
I wonder if they've got like a full-on outsourced team. I know it is like we all know it is. We've all done it. We've all tried it. We've had people we know banned on the system. So the other potential thing is if it isn't fully automated, that they actually have like an outsourced team. Yeah, but that when it flags upload, someone's just like ban, and they just fucking throw bans around willy-nilly. That's probably what I would do if I was in a support team and I saw a load of things coming up. I'd do it for fun. I'd be like, ban, ban, fuck it, ban this guy as well. So there is that side of it, but I do think it's automated as well. Oh man, brilliant.
Would the devs ever consider forming a community feedback board
Let's
of
have a look,
select
Stein.
players with extensive knowledge of PvP and PvE meta?
Yeah, we've mentioned this before in one of the, I think in one of our dev updates, but we have an experts group. That's a group of highly involved players who are very active in the community and in the forums, have provided critical feedback. And so it's a fairly sizable group, and it does exist already.
Many players I know would pay for a name change. Is that something on your radar or doable?
Yes, this is on our radar.
And it's doable.
A twofer.
Is there already a timetable for when all quests will have been revised, as has already been done for the first 25 levels?
Well, our Season 1 release has the next 2 zones, Brightwood and Weaver's Fen. Beyond that, our goal is to get all the rest done by the end of the year. It's a priority for us, but we have other things we're working on as well, and we want to make sure that we take the time to make the new story cool in the way we're telling it.
Will there be new ways to fight against cheating software and tougher punishments?
Will there be new ways for players to fight against cheating software? Just kidding, I know what they're asking. So we are constantly updating the ban software. That's our anti-cheat software. So we're constantly updating that with new information, and we have some internal shenanigans happening to
I think at this point they have to start talking about stuff like that or Git, because the entire community is really calling them out for not playing the game as much as we are. and that's okay. Like that's okay, you know. But I think people are calling them out on that. Let me just move so I don't get kicked. And you know, it's important that they actually say that they've genuinely got players in the game. I think what would be massive for like the community if they spoke to someone like, I don't know, someone who's in one of the top warring companies and genuinely gets them in on it and things like that, to genuinely get like a, you know, an honest feedback from someone who plays wars 4 or 5 times a week, that sort of shit. I don't know if there is people on there and they can't say that they are on there because of the NDA, but it would be nice if that was happening, but we don't know. So yeah, but I think that's why they mentioned it.
More detection, and I don't want to give too much away because there's for sure people making bot scripts watching this. So need to make sure that they don't have that information. So no timing, but it's something we're actively and constantly working on.
All right, now we have a few questions from our creator program.
Oh.
Cash Money wants to know, I know cross-world matches are on the roadmap. Hopefully
Cash
you are
Money.
prioritizing some new maps as well. Do you have a rough timeline on when we might see these?
So we briefly discussed this earlier, but we are bringing a new arena map to players very, very soon. Not in Season 1, but soon thereafter. And then we are beginning to work on
it's
OPR
Season
and
3.
think about what we would do to change the experience, what would be different about the map, and all that.
NPC3 says, my question is about the fishing trade skill. Loved the festival last summer, but some things could use a tune-up. Are there any current plans to have it brought in line with the other gathering professions? Ability to use mods for pull perks, ability to roll legendary at 600 for alignment, removal of 3-tier perk systems. Thank you.
There are some adjustments coming to fishing, and we love it also. It's a wonderful trade skill. I don't think it's as rewarding as some of the other trade skills, and I think that
I don't want to think any more about fishing. Snow, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can see death like raging. Yeah. I've seen this one.
That's why they think that, like, I'm not being funny, guys. Every time you watch a vidoc with this dev team, how many times they talk about fishing? When they had that new girl in, when they had the new lady in to do the job, she was a mobile game content creator or mobile game creator. Then she comes in, she goes, I'm here now responsible for a particular creation of the game at AGS. And by the way, I love fishing. Stop talking about fucking fishing. Stop talking about fucking fishing on this fucking game. I swear to God, the next AGS employee to talk about fishing on this game, I'm going to fucking bin it. I'm going to uninstall. I swear to God. Stop talking about fishing. No one fishes. Fishing is shit. You did shit fishing. Why would I want to do fishing? It's like stop talking about fucking fishing.
I fucking love that, mate. I love him the bits. I didn't miss you, Reckless. I'm sorry. What's up, brother? Lovely to see you, dude. I just love Defo. It's brilliant. Fishing better than a new OPR map. Oh no, get out of here. Someone ban him quick.
Sort of bring it up to parity with
Def, love to see you, man. Oh gosh.
And
Reckless,
lastly,
love to see you, man. I got Def on the mind, man.
The new season
Def
model contains a
metal.
large content update every 3 months, which is fantastic. How would you feel about committing to a regular balance check update halfway through each season?
Great question, and I got some great news. We're going to be starting
I missed that. I was laughing and then being embarrassed that I said Reckless's name wrong. It's like basically saying your girlfriend's name wrong, you know. I can't be doing that. Reckless, I love you. Forgive me. Good to see you again, brother. If fishing was better, I might play New World again.
Fantastic. How would you feel about committing to a regular balance check update halfway through each season?
Great question, and I got some great news. We're going to be starting a new segment in the Forge and Aeternum series called Balance of Power, and that's one of the things we're going to be talking about in it, doing more sort of
Balance of
intermittent
power.
balance updates between the seasons.
I just picture a shameless plug flashing below.
Balance of power.
If you don't put balance of power in his hands.
I think it's dropping 2 days after this video drops.
That's right.
Excellent.
That's it. Those are the questions.
Well, thank you all. Really appreciate the questions. If you like what you see, let us know, subscribe, and we'll keep doing this. Otherwise, see you next time.
See you in Aeternum.
See you in Aeternum.
Bye.
See you in Aeternum.
What is the state of combat? And I'm just going to list them out so you can understand the sort of the the amount of changes. There's 14 of them, so I'm going to read from a little card here.
Okay. Well, that's that. I didn't really get anything out of that, to be honest. The biggest thing I was looking forward to was the new OPR map. We knew they were thinking about one because we don't shut up about it, and it's been spoken about before. But we're looking at winter, maybe next year before we see a new OPR map, in my opinion. Unless they spring it on us, there is no plans for it at all. So that's it, really. Nothing too exciting about that. Just some questions dodged, but at the beginning, this was what made the video, to be honest. Scott apologizing for what happened with the delay. It like you said, I think I'll get you said, like, he fell on the sword for the rest of the team, because the issue wasn't the delay, the issue was the shit communication and then, you know, radio silence basically between that. But it's nice that he's come and took responsibility of it. Oh mate, my microphone's eating my beard. Well, that's it. That's the new Fortune Aeternum.